What if I told you that in many parts of the world, having children is no longer seen as a natural next step in life, but more like a burden people are choosing to avoid? It may sound strange, even alarming, but it's a growing reality that's changing the face of our societies. Stay with me until the end as we explore the surprising reasons behind why more and more people are saying no to parenthood and what it means for the future of humanity. Today we will talk about nobody seemingly wants to have children anymore, a shocking global shift that's redefining family and future. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. Rising cost of living. A child becomes a luxury. One of the biggest reasons people are opting out of parenthood is money. From housing and healthcare to education and childcare, the cost of raising a child has skyrocketed. In many places, having a child feels more like a financial gamble than a joyful milestone. Young adults today are burdened with student debt, job instability, and rising rent prices, leaving them feeling they can't afford to bring a child into the world, let alone raise one comfortably. Even for those with stable jobs, the soaring costs of living make the thought of supporting a growing family overwhelming. Many feel trapped in a cycle of surviving rather than thriving, making long-term family planning a luxury out of reach. This financial strain leads many to wonder, can they truly afford a child in today's world? Career over cradle. Priorities have shifted. Modern lifestyles have shifted drastically. Many individuals, especially women, are now pursuing careers, education, and personal goals that were once off limits. The desire to travel, build businesses, and maintain personal freedom often outweighs the appeal of diapers, sleepless nights, and daycare expenses. For some, parenthood feels like an interruption rather than an aspiration. The rise of the gig economy and remote work also allows people more control over their lives and schedules, which can be at odds with the demands of raising children. This cultural shift has redefined success, making personal growth and career achievements more desirable than starting a family. A world that feels too unstable. Climate change, political unrest, economic instability, and war. The world is in turmoil. Some people fear bringing a child into the kind of uncertain future. Concerns about overpopulation, pollution, and even artificial intelligence wiping out jobs contribute to the belief that the world isn't a safe or fair place to raise children anymore. These worries aren't just abstract ideas, they're increasingly visible in daily life, from extreme weather events to political instability in many regions. As global problems intensify, the pressure to provide a stable environment for a child becomes even more daunting. The rise of the child-free lifestyle. In the past, having children was seen as essentially unexpected. Today, being child-free is a lifestyle choice gaining popularity. Social media is full of people proudly embracing life without kids. They talk about freedom, travel, deeper relationships, and fewer responsibilities. For them, choosing not to have children isn't a loss, it's liberation. They argue that without the responsibilities of children, they can focus on passions, pursue career goals, and enjoy a level of freedom that's unattainable for parents. The growing trend of child-free living is challenging traditional norms, and these voices are becoming louder and more accepted in society. Cultural and generational shifts. Society is no longer built around the nuclear family. With changing cultural values, less emphasis is placed on traditional milestones like marriage and children. Many millennials and Gen Zers grew up watching their parents struggle with unhappy marriages or burnout, and they don't want to repeat the cycle. They see family life not as a must, but as an option they can decline. Today's younger generation values individualism, mental health, and work-life balance more than following a preset blueprint for life. In their eyes, family life is one possibility among many, not an obligation. This shift in mindset is reshaping societal norms, where fulfilling personal goals takes precedence over traditional family structures. Mental health and emotional readiness. There's also a growing awareness around mental health. Many potential parents are asking themselves, am I emotionally ready to raise a child? Will I be a good parent? For those who struggle with anxiety, depression, or past trauma, the idea of raising a child can feel overwhelming. In today's world, being honest about those challenges is more accepted than ever, and many are choosing to prioritize healing over parenting. As mental health awareness rises, people are increasingly choosing to invest in their emotional well-being first. The pressure to become a parent can often overshadow the reality that being mentally prepared is crucial to raising healthy, well-adjusted children. Many are opting for self-care and therapy before taking on the responsibility of nurturing another life. Fertility and delayed life stages. More people are delaying marriage and parenthood, or skipping them entirely. By the time some decide they might want kids, it's often biologically harder or even too late. Fertility rates are dropping globally, and this isn't just by choice. Stress, lifestyle, environmental toxins, and aging all play a role in the declining birth rate. With people prioritizing careers and personal growth in their earlier years, the window for starting a family shrinks. For many, fertility issues arise later, creating a sense of regret or disappointment. The delay in starting families is affecting global populations, contributing to lower birth rates and fewer young people entering the workforce. The ticking biological clock, combined with these shifts, has made child rearing more complex and less accessible for those who decide to have children later in life. The role of government and policy. Some governments are trying to fix this by offering incentives, like tax breaks, childcare support, or even cash payouts, to encourage people to have children. But in many cases, these policies fall short. People don't want a bonus check. They want long-term security, affordable living, and genuine support. Without it, no incentive can make them want to start a family. Programs like paid parental leave and subsidized childcare have seen some success, but they often don't go far enough to address the broader economic concerns. In the absence of meaningful structural changes to affordability, the population continues to decline despite well-intentioned policies. Real solutions will need to focus on lowering costs, improving job security, and ensuring that raising children is a feasible and supported endeavor. Social isolation and the new normal. Ironically, as we become more connected online, many are feeling more isolated in real life. Building deep relationships, the kind that lead to stable families, is becoming harder. Dating apps, fear of commitment, and unstable partnerships contribute to a world where starting a family feels harder and riskier than ever before. The pressure to appear successful and fulfilled on social media often leads to an image of a perfect life, but the loneliness beneath the surface can make real connections difficult. People are often too busy navigating their individual journeys to invest in family building, and the fear of commitment or failure holds them back. The rise of individualism, combined with social isolation, is contributing to a world where starting and maintaining a family feels increasingly out of reach. What does this mean for the future? If birth rates continue to fall, we could face a future with shrinking populations, labor shortages, and aging societies with not enough young people to support them. Entire economies may collapse under the weight of pensions and healthcare systems. But at the same time, this shift may also lead to smaller and more sustainable populations and a renewed focus on quality of life over quantity of life. While many countries are worried about the economic and societal consequences of declining birth rates, others may embrace this new reality, focusing on sustainability, resource management, and more balanced societal growth. The future will be shaped by how we respond to these demographic changes, whether through policy, innovation, or a reimagining of what family and community mean in this new world. In the end, the decision to have children is deeply personal. But the fact that so many are choosing not to raises big questions about our society, our priorities, and the kind of future we're building. Is this the end of traditional family life, or the beginning of a new kind of freedom? What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.